Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be 7 reasons God removes people from your life. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, 7 reasons why God removes people from your life. Now, people, most times, the people you start with, you won't finish with. This is not always the case, but a lot of times it is. And it's because either you do one or two things: grow apart or grow together. And a lot of people tend to grow apart. Now, realize this right here, y'all. You don't want to just run out here and just start cutting people off just because, allow it to have a purpose, because that's what God does. See, when he removes people, he's removing them for a reason, right? And so I always tell people, pray the great prayer. And the great prayer is to reveal and remove those who does not deserve to be in your life. And so many people are not ready for the answer they are about to receive, right? Like, they are hoping that everybody get to stay. But understand something, y'all. Everybody can't go. I just spoke about this on my last video where I spoke about Aaron Hernandez. And, it was shocking to me because he made it to the big time, right? Financially, physically, being able to provide for his entire family. And he threw it away because of the wrong people he was surrounded by, right? And so, sticking to the point, y'all, God removes people, from your life because there's a purpose there. It's a purpose. And so in this video, y'all, we're going to speak about why God removes people from your life. But understand something. You got to be willing to receive. Once again, I'm not talking about the miracle or this magical blessing. I'm talking about be able to receive that medicine. See, this is a hard pill to swallow. And so whenever you take that medicine, I don't know if it's NyQuil, nighttime, Theraflu, right? Actually, I like Theraflu, y'all, but whenever you taking that NyQuil, it make you frown up. But what it's doing is strengthening your immune system, making you better, making you stronger. All right. And this is why I say you got to be willing and ready to take that medicine. Okay, because it's actually making you better. And this is why the people who are in your life, not all, but some of them have to be removed, y'all, because they're operating like a cancer or tumor in your life, okay? But let's go ahead and get directly into it, y'all. Sorry for the long intro, but when God is removing people from your life, you got to understand that it's a purpose in it, So sticking to it, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video that I post. All right. Now, y'all be sure to watch this video entirely through, okay? Because what I'm about to tell you is about to change your life for the rest of your life. So don't click off, don't skip this video. Receive each and every gem I drop in this video, okay? Number 1, it's gonna be this, y'all. The first reason God removes people out your life is because they are non-conducive. All right, non-conducive. We're gonna get us some scientific definitions in today, y'all. All right, we're gonna get us a little lesson there. So non-conducive means not capable of conducting heat or electricity. Okay, not capable of conducting heat or electricity. So, y'all, whenever you have something wet on the ground, and if you have something that is conducive, then chances are you can start, electric current and it can kill somebody, right? When something is non-conducive, it don't allow no energy to flow. It doesn't allow any energy to flow. And so y'all follow me. When I say energy, people have energy, right? Us human beings, we carry energy. I don't care who you are around. I don't care where you go. They carry energy. Everybody is not conducive, meaning everybody don't allow energy to flow. Positive energy, that is. And so if a person is non-conducive in your life, they're not able to pass any energy on to you, let alone positive. And so the reason why God removes certain individuals in your life is because they are non-conducive. They have nothing to pass on to you in a positive manner, right? Some people are conducive, but they pass on negative energy. But see, I want the person who is conducive in my life, I want them to be a positive, conducer. Being able to pass on that positive energy, being able to pass on that positive deposit, right? Y'all, you got certain people who made more withdrawals out your life than deposits, which means they pulling from you more than they give to you. See, everybody is not conducive. And so getting to the point, y'all, the first reason of why God removes people out your life is because they are non-conducive, which means not capable of conducting heat or electricity. They don't have no energy flow, and they are consistently pulling and draining. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 2, time is up. All right, time is up, y'all. The good book tells us that there's a time for everything, right? And not only that, y'all, but certain people come into your life for reasons, seasons, and a lifetime. So there's always going to be a season for everything. And sometimes, y'all, unfortunately, it was time up for these individuals who was in your life, right? Y'all, I had some upstairs neighbors, okay, and I would love to play the game of chess with him, okay. Actually, it was an older man, and he taught me a lot, right? He taught me a lot about checkers, and shortly I began to beat him, terribly, y'all, right? And I still like the guy, and I still have a respect for him. However, time is up in terms of being able to play chess and spend time, with the brother in terms of, learning more about the chess game and just playing chess, because I grew a passion for it. Like, I didn't know I was going to have a strong passion for chess like that, but I ended up having that passion for it. And so when I was playing chess with a guy, it was always good. It was always great. I always enjoyed myself. Like, I would sometimes spend like 7 hours. Right-handed guys, y'all. I would spend like 7 hours playing chess, and y'all, I loved it. I couldn't get enough of that game. And so, shortly, time was up for that. Like, I wasn't able to play chess with him anymore, and I was okay with that. Sometimes, y'all, people don't call you and tell you, hey, the time is up. Time is just gonna be up, right? People gonna get a little bit more busy. The work schedule is going to get a little bit more hectic, right? Y'all just going to fall out of alignment. And that's how it happened. We just fell out of alignment. And so I just said, you know what? I done been here before. Whenever you draw close to something, you have to be willing to walk away from that thing you have drew close to. Anything you can't walk away from, y'all, in 30 seconds, 10 seconds, it is bad for you, right? You don't want to be bound and so drawn to anything to where you are into it. You are so into it to where you can't even see a life without it. That's with anything, a job, a person, a place. I don't care if it's food. You got to be willing to walk away from it and able to walk away from it. And so in life, time is going to be up at some point. Somebody drop in the comments and say time is up. At some point, time is going to be up for the friendship, for the job, right? And the list goes on. It's about, are you willing to allow God to remove it? Time is up. Simple as that, y'all. And so moving on to the next one, it's going to be number 3. That is, you're being promoted, all right? You are being promoted. And so when God is promoting you, oftentimes he has to remove the fat around you. When God is promoting you, he has to remove the fat, that's around you. When you are working out and, let's just say you got some fat on you that you really want to get off, like you tired of having that extra blubber, you tired of having that extra fat, that extra skin hanging, and you like, man, I'm trying to get this right? I'm trying to get right. I want to be fit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be fit. I want to be right for when I go out there on the beach. All right. I don't want to be around here looking like old dirty bastard. No, not old dirty. Yeah, y'all, old dirty bastard from wrestling. I don't want to be out here looking like old dirty bastard. I don't want to be walking around here looking like that. Like I got a ball for a belly. Okay? So I understand that. But this is what I want to say, y'all. you have to cut the fat off, right? You got to cut the fat off in order to begin to see the abs, in order to be able to see the cuts. You got to cut that fat off so you can promote your body, right? You know, no different, y'all, from when I'm grilling my ribs, right? Well, I don't grill them as much. You know, I try to stay away from red meat, but I just enjoy grilling so much to where sometimes, y'all, I grill me a slab of ribs, right? And I just grill them. But what I do is I take the fat off on the back. I take the fat off of them on the back so I can then elevate or promote my ribs. I know it may sound funny, y'all. You know, I know some people don't like the swine and some people don't like the pork. I got y'all. Okay, this is not even about me eating pork. This is about how I elevate my pork. I make it better by taking the fat off. Okay, you have to take that rubber part off on the back. For those who know, y'all know. Reno, what are you saying right now? Why are we talking about Brothers Barbecue? No, y'all, this is not that. This is about when God is removing something out your life. He gotta take the fat off of it, right? He gotta take the fat off of it because he's promoting you. This is why God is removing people from your life. Okay, understand that, y'all. Number 4, it's gonna be this: bad seeds. All right, bad seeds, y'all. You know, every bunch got a bad seed. I'm just gonna be honest. Every bunch got a bad seed. Every job got a bad seed. You know, y'all, I love kids, but every parent got a bad seed for a kid, right? I mean, there was Cain and there was Abel, right? There was Cain, the bad seed, and there was Abel, the good seed. Okay, and so everywhere in life, y'all, there's going to be a bad seed. Lucifer, you know, who was the one of the best angels, right? He was a bad seed. Y'all following where I'm going? So God got to remove you, the good seed, away from the bad seed. They can kill you, they can hurt you, harm you, lie on you, slander you, you know, try to pull you down in some type of way, hinder you. Okay, this is why you got to stay away from the bad seeds. You know, y'all, Jesus said something in the Bible, and it didn't take me long to understand it. He said, know them by their fruits, right? He says to know them by their fruits. When you look up what the word fruitful means, it means to be productive, right? Which means like productivity. Same thing. Be productive, productivity, whatever the case is. To produce. That's what it means. And so he says, know them by their fruits. Know them by the way they produce, right? So when I'm looking at certain men or even women, I'm looking at what are they producing, right? And how are they getting what they have by what they produce? I'm looking at a person for the type of fruits they are producing, right? So just because a person have $1 million in a mansion, it doesn't mean that they produce the right fruits. The devil can bless you too, you know, right? You know, the devil can bless you too, you know. So you have to know them by their fruits. What are they doing to get what they have, right? And that goes back to bad seeds. Everybody is not a good seed. Although it looks good, right? What it took to get there may not be good. It may be bad. The world right now, y'all, is witnessing Diddy and his bad fruits. Okay, the things that he produced. I never forget, y'all, I was working at Goodwill, and this whole Diddy thing been going on, right? I was working at Goodwill in like 2018. This been going on. He just now getting caught because he pissed somebody off in the industry, and they made his life, you know, fall down like a domino effect, right? Somebody, a higher up, pushed that button and made Diddy go through what he went through. Because why now get him? He pissed you off. And so understand this right here, y'all. This been going on. I never forget. I was working with a guy. He was the manager, and he loved Diddy. Man, they can say what they want to say about Diddy, but hey, he keep getting blessed. he keep getting blessed. I don't see how evil he is because God keep blessing him, and I'm saying to myself, because I want my job, right? So I'm saying to myself, man, the devil can bless you too. The devil can bless you too. And now we're witnessing the type of fruits he's been producing. Okay? But without beating this into a pulp, know them by their fruits. Because everybody is not a good seed. They are bad seeds. And this is why he removed them from your life. Number 5, y'all. It's gonna be this. Alienation prevents temptation. All right, a real big one, y'all. A real big one. Alienation prevents temptation. You know, I spoke about this in one of my lives where I said lust and temptation is two different things. Lust is when you sexually desire somebody. I said that temptation is when you have the option. Okay, when you have the option to push a button, right? The option to make it happen. Temptation and lust is two different things. One is where I just sexually desire it, and temptation is like you have the option to fall for it. You have the option to actually do it. And so, outside of that, the reason why I say alienation prevents temptation is because when you are by yourself, you are less drawn to fall for the temptation. You are less drawn to fall for the temptation, right? I seen a documentary with Cam Newton on there, and he said that he needed what he went through because it caused him to be alienated. And he said it was a lot of things that, you know, that hurted him by going through that situation. He said he cried, right? Being by himself, not having nothing, being a broke college student. And I can relate because I went to college and I know how broke we can be, you know, but he said he needed to go through what he went through for Florida, not Florida Gators. I'm sorry, y'all. Florida Gators, not Florida State. He went to the school of Florida Gators. And when he went there, you know, he was like the backup quarterback for Tim Tebow. He said they was fighting for scraps of the second string position. He was like, what? Man, I love. You know, now the way they portrayed it is that he stole some type of laptop and they kicked him off the team. But he said that had already been taken care of. He said that that's not the reason why he got kicked off the team. He said, actually, I didn't get kicked off. I left so I can go start somewhere else. So he had to go through a JUCO program. And when he went through the JUCO program, he transferred over to Auburn, right? Now, this is what came out of Cam Newton's mouth, right? Glory be to God that he's able to tell his own story, because if he wasn't here, we probably wouldn't know the truth. But the point is not about Cam Newton. The point is that when you are going through alienation, it can prevent temptation. It prevents temptation. When you are by yourself, it's not so easy to go out here and go smoke your blunt, right? It's not so easy to go out here and find you some drink. It's not so easy to go out here to go lay up with every woman or every man, right? If you are a woman, it's not so easy to fall for the things that were meant to destroy you. Alienation prevents temptation. Now, you have some odd cases where they still gonna find a way, you know, and I understand that. But most time when a person is, you know, in this little bubble, they're just gonna operate within that bubble. You ever seen a person who get big and bad when a crowd is around, but they're just a humble person when it's just you and them? Y'all can have a regular conversation. And y'all know how much I love Pop, y'all. That's my favorite rapper of all time. But they say Pop was like that. You know what I'm saying? When it's a big old crowd, you know, you wouldn't even know who he was, because he's just gonna be so big in the room, big personality, tough guy, right? But they say when Pac is by himself, when it's just you and him, man, he's like a nerd, you know, like a humble guy, smart, know how to have a reasonable conversation. Some people are like that, y'all, right? Alienation prevents temptation. When a person is by themselves, this is the best you're gonna get of them when they are alienated. Make sense what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 6 is gonna be this, y'all. More pain, no gain. This is why God removes them. They're causing more pain and no gain. Y'all ever heard the song No Pain, No Gain? Yeah, y'all, I grew up on that song. Yeah, I grew up on it. But, you know, more pain and no gain. Not no gain, no pain and no gain. No, more pain and no gain. They're bringing more pain to your life, you know, than bringing something to your life that's positive or contributing in a positive aspect, right? So it's more pain. and he has to remove that. You know, y'all, my uncle, when I was like 10, no, not even 10. I think I was like 6 or 7. Yeah, this is when I stayed on the west side of town, west side of Douglas, Georgia. My mom stayed by the railroad tracks, and we was right down the road from my uncle crib. He stayed in the projects. I walked up the street, and I had met this guy. His name was Nate, right? Older guy. He probably was like in his, I'm gonna say late 50s or early 60s at the time, but Nate didn't have a leg, right? Nate didn't have a leg, and he told me the story when I was a kid. He said that the reason why I don't have a leg, young man, he was like, is because my leg caused this excruciating pain because it had so much sugar there. And y'all know when you got so much sugar in one spot, you got to cut it off. You got to amputate the leg, or it's gonna kill you, right? It can kill you. Diabetes can kill you. And so it automatically just dawned on me that no more pain, okay? No more pain. Or I would say this, y'all, more pain, no gain. And so we had to cut the leg off so he could have no more pain, right? And so same thing with the situation, y'all. It's more pain and no gain. This is why God had to remove you, right? Or remove them out your life. And same thing with my man Nate leg, okay? It was more pain there, no gain there. So they had to remove the leg. Are y'all following what I'm saying? You know, and that's a sad story. I hate to bring that up, y'all, but it happens every day. Certain kids get their legs, you know, amputated, get their arms amputated, right? That's why I always say be, you know, grateful for the small blessing that you have. Like, y'all, I be literally thanking God for my fingers. I thank God for my fingers, for my arms, for my legs, for my toes. You didn't know you need your toes, did you? Yeah, you need them, right? I thank God for my fingernails, for everything, y'all. It may sound funny, but I thank him for everything, okay? And you should too. Moving on to the next one, y'all, which is the last one. That's going to be number 7. The finishing touches, okay? The finishing touches, okay? God is putting the finishing touches on you. You know, he's the ultimate sculptor. You know, when you look at a sculpture, we have a lot of them, y'all, here in Atlanta. We got like a sculpture of like Martin Luther King. We got like a lot of other ones, y'all. I think we got like Hosea Lewis. I want to say that's his name. He was a part of the civil rights movement back in the time of Martin Luther King and stuff like that. But we got a lot of sculptures, especially in the museum too. We have a lot of sculptures, y'all, but y'all think they just put them sculptures out there? No, they got to put the finishing touches on the sculptures. They have to, or else, you know, it's not going to look the way it was intended to look. Y'all know the parallel I'm drawing. That's the same thing with God and yourself. You are his sculpture, and he's the ultimate sculptor. Okay, he's the ultimate sculptor. And so as he's, you know, sculpting you, he got to put them finishing touches on you, right? You know, y'all, when you paint a house and they say don't touch it, yeah, y'all, that's the same thing. He don't want them to touch you in any way, shape, or form. Physically, financially, spiritually, psychologically, okay, emotionally, whichever way. He don't need them touching you because he just painted you. He's putting those finishing touches on you. Somebody drop in the comments and say, God is finishing me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say God is finishing me, okay? But with that being said, y'all, that's going to be the video. 7 reasons God removes people from your life, all right? I hope this was able to you know, transcend throughout your mind and, you know, be able to resonate with many of the people who are going to watch this video, all right? But with that being said, y'all, let's recap this and then we can conclude this video. So number 1, y'all, they are non-conducive. Number 2, time is up. Number 3, you're being promoted. Number 4, bad seeds. Number 5, y'all, alienation prevents temptation. Number 6, more pain, no gain. And number 7, y'all, finishing touches, all right? But with that being said, y'all already know how we do. If you would like to purchase any one of my Yes Sir t-shirts, book a one-on-one session with me, enroll into my social influence course, or purchase any one of my books, y'all can do so by clicking the link down below in my comments or the link that's on my YouTube channel. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish a book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments social influence if you want to build up your social influence. Click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.